Hi there, students. To emulate, a verb. Emulation. Normally uncountable, but it could be countable as well. So to emulate, to copy, to mimic, to mirror, to echo, to simulate. But it's a little bit more subtle than that. Let's see, this is to try to copy something that somebody else has done, that they have achieved. You try and do it as well as they did it because you admire what they did. So he tried to emulate the English of the best students in class. He wanted to emulate their achievements. You try to emulate your hero or your mentor, somebody who drives you forward. Okay, so this is to copy somebody else's behavior or to try to be like them. Because you respect them, you admire them, you think what they've done is really, really good. So he carefully studied various people who had become multimillionaires, and then he tried to emulate them, to match what they did, or do even better than them. So do you think Napoleon was trying to emulate Alexander the Great? Maybe. In computing as well, you have an emulator. This is a program that copies the same function as another program, but with a different type of computer, with a different operating system or a different type of software. Okay, so to emulate, if you emulate something, you imitate it, yeah? You strive to equal, you work hard to be the same as, yeah? You want to be the same as them, or maybe even better, yeah? So this is the idea of emulate. It's got this idea of copying or imitating a person, but because you admire them. Yeah, you think that what they've done is really, really good. Yes, so his hero was the greatest player ever to have lived, and he wanted to emulate the success that this person had achieved. Okay, so you are emulating, you are trying to equal them, to excel them, but by copying him. So yes, if you have brothers and sisters, maybe there's one of your brothers and sisters who's older than you, who you really admire, so you try to emulate them. In good and bad things as well is the problem. Okay, so you're trying to equal, to compete with this person, but to compete with what they did, yeah, or maybe with what they're doing as well, yeah, to vie with them. Okay, so to emulate, yeah, to try to get the same amount of success, to imitate, to follow, to copy, to take after, to follow in the footsteps of, to follow somebody's example. Maybe you could take a leaf out of their book. Yeah, you could model yourself on somebody. So normally sons are expected to emulate their father. Depends on the father, doesn't it? If this is a good person, yes. To model yourself on, yeah, to follow suit, to follow the example of someone. So to emulate, formality, 5.5 in formality. I would say use it anywhere, but a touch on the slightly formal side. And then as to origin, it comes from Latin, emulor, to rival, yeah, meaning to rival, to emulate. from Emulus, a rival. So it's like you're competing with your hero. You're trying to be as good as your hero or your role model. Whoops. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. Try to emulate my accent and the way I speak. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Emulation.